Oh my God.
Yeah, way different than the 03.
Way different. Hey, it's Arik from Firearms Nation. I am back again here at the range in beautiful Homestead, Florida. And this is part 3 in my 4-part series on the weapons of World War II. And I'm getting education. I hope you're getting education. And if you are liking these videos, please hit that subscribe button and all that other stuff that people say when they're on YouTube. But anyways, I digress. I am back here again with my Firearms Nation firearms expert, First Sergeant, retired, Bob Chth. Bob, how you doing?
Good, Arik. Thank you for having me.
All right, so just so the people, if they're just tuning into this video, know anything about you, you're a First Sergeant in the U.S. Army, correct?
Correct. That's how I retired at.
And how many years did you serve?
I had 28 years from 2001 to 2008.
So you were deployed over in Iraq?
Deployed, 03 to 05, I was deployed in Iraq. And then in 2012, I did a short stint as a contractor for the State Department.
And what was your MOS?
My MOS was military police, and then I served as the military police battalion S2 NCO when I was deployed, which meant I was responsible for intelligence, counterintelligence. And my favorite job, exploiting enemy material, which meant I get to shoot all the AKs.
Oh, sweet. Unfortunately, we don't have any AKs here. That'll be another video. I'll bring First Sergeant Chth back. But you had a desire to collect all these weapons, right?
Yes, I did. Some would call it an urge.
An urge. And you studied everything about them?
Yeah, I'm constantly reading. I belong to several groups, the Carbine Collectors Association, the Garand Collectors Association. There's still a lot of stuff that people don't know out there, and people are doing research.
So the topic of today's video is the M1 Carbine. Now, what is the difference between the Carbine and the Garand? They're both M1.
Well, they're both, yeah, that's just a designation that was given by the Ordnance Department. Generally, a carbine is a shorter light rifle that's issued to engineers, cavalry, troops that wouldn't necessarily have the need for a full-size rifle, but they need something bigger than a pistol to defend themselves with. So the M1 Carbine came about in 1940 as a project called the Light Rifle Project. At this time, the Garand had been in production a few years. People like machine gunners, mortar crewmen, drivers, messengers were armed with a 1911 pistol, but that really wasn't enough. They needed something a little bigger in case they found themselves in contact with the enemy. So the Light Rifle Project emerged, and they came up with the M1 Carbine.
Okay, so I'm gonna let First Sergeant talk about the carbine, and when I get back, I'll get to shoot it.
All right. Well, Arik, we're going to talk about the M1 Carbine now. I have a very early example here. This is a 5-digit serial number, which means it's very early. They made 6.5 million of these. So this was in the very early production. This was made by Inland General Motors. The interesting thing about the carbine is there were 10 different contractors that made the M1 Carbine. People that you wouldn't expect, like Rockola Jukebox, IBM Corporation, National Postal Meter, companies that really had no experience in building firearms before, but they got in on the ground floor and learned how to build firearms through the M1 Carbine contracts. As I said, the M1 Carbine is a 30 caliber round. However, it is smaller than the 30-06. Here is a clip of 10 30 carbine rounds. I tell people they look like a 38 Special without the rim, and they're going at about 2,200, 2,300 feet per second. Not a great high-speed round, but enough to put you down. They're fed from a 15-round detachable magazine, and later in the war they came up with 30-round magazines, but for most of World War II, you'll always see pictures of them with the 15-round magazine in place. This is an early gun. Like I said, it does not have the bayonet lug on the end of the barrel. That was added later. It also has what's called a flip-type rear sight. It has a 2-position rear sight. Again, later in the rebuild process, they came up with a fully adjustable rear sight with a knob for windage and elevation, and they added the bayonet lug and made some other refinements on it. But for its initial appearance, it did what it was designed to do. It supplanted the pistol as a defensive arm for soldiers that did not need a full-size rifle.
All right, Bob, thank you very much for telling us about the carbine. Obviously different than the M4 carbine that we normally shoot.
Quite.
But I am looking forward to getting behind this gun and seeing what it can do. So we're gonna load up our clip magazine.
Magazine.
Only the Garand has a clip.
Right.
They're both M1s, my confusion. Right. Sorry about that. We're gonna load up the magazine and I'll give it a shot, pun intended. All right, so now I get to shoot the carbine. I gotta tell you something, First Sergeant.
Yeah.
This is extremely light.
It is, lightweight, only about 6 pounds compared to 9.5 pounds for the Garand.
Yeah, when I shot those rifles previously, I definitely felt the weight, but this is super light. All right, so I pull it back.
Well, you're gonna put a magazine in
I gotta
first.
put a magazine. Oh wow, it's a carbine.
Yeah. Magazine in, straight in till it
So
clicks.
let me do this the proper way in my workstation.
There you go.
There
you go. Now run your bolt. Now there's a button just forward of the trigger. Push from the right, ready to fight.
Regular safety. All right.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Way different than the 03.
Way different. Now, did I malfunction?
You might have run it.
There we
go. Bad
Let's
round.
try this again.
Yeah. Might be bad ammo.
I feel like I'm shooting the Springfield again.
All right. Let's get you another magazine. Take that magazine out.
Let me finish it.
All right.
Still ammo in there.
Still ammo in it. Never empties.
And we got a malfunction. So let's do remedial action here.
Magazine out.
Magazine out. Let's rack it.
Throw a fresh one in.
Throw a fresh mag in. I think it needs a little bit of lubrication.
Might need some lube, yeah.
Let's try this one last time.
That's a safe queen.
All right.
There we go. That's much better.
So that is the carbine of the M1. I really can see why people like this weapon.
Yeah, you could carry a lot of ammo, lightweight.
Safety on.
Yeah, safety on.
Mag out.
Right.
Well, I could shoot the M1 carbine all day long.
Easy gun to shoot.
Very easy gun to shoot and very accurate. You can see how things advanced. What was after the M1 carbine? What was is that where they got into the?
Well, they came up with a version later in the war, at the very tail end of World War II, the M2 carbine, which was a full automatic conversion. It enabled it, had a switch that enabled it to be semi or full. Again, I don't have one because they're a little pricey, and I don't have a few $1,000s in my bank account to get one. But I would love to have one. I've had the opportunity to shoot one, and it does run like a scalded cat. It puts out a lot of bullets.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get one of those just for show, because I really want to shoot one.
Okay.
But
I'll see if I can find one.
Very good. Thank you all for watching this, and of course, that whole YouTube stuff. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. But stay tuned to see the next and final segment of the Firearms of World War II, and give you a hint: it's not a rifle or a carbine.
I'm not going to give it away, Ark.
All right. We'll see you then.